Ikuzo.
There are no rules but one. Drink Jagermeister at minus 18 degrees Celsius.
Let me ask you this: in the world of professional wrestling, obviously there have been some guys who we know were legit, like you, like Ken Shamrock. There's later Brock Lesnar. But was there anybody in that locker room at the time besides like Ken that you obviously fought against in the UFC that you were like, this is a tough guy, this is a tough guy?
There were lots of tough guys in the industry. I'll say that like a Dr. Death Steve Williams. I mean, I remember during my amateur wrestling days when I wrestled for Arizona State and we happened to be at Oklahoma University, and Dr. Death was a heavyweight at that point in time. And he's a football player, and then he'd be a wrestler when the football season would come to an end. And he was even known as Dr. Death back then. And it was kind of funny because I'm watching this amateur wrestling match because I went on to one weight class before him. I went out, there's the 190-pound weight class, and then he goes out heavyweight. This dual meet is taking place right at his university. And when they announced him, he walks on the mat. All of these Oklahoma fans are booing him. And he's out there blowing kisses like he was a professional wrestling performer even then. You know, and then he had a long career in Japan, doing the same over there. And even when they had the whole concept of this Brawl for All, we're going to do this tough guy event, and we're going to bring Dr. Death Steve Williams, and this will be his indoctrination into the professional wrestling world. And anytime that you put real things into the world of professional wrestling, probably not a smart idea.
Oh yeah. So how basically that idea came to be of the Brawl for All? You weren't meant to be on the event, right?
Well, no, I was not supposed to be on the event. I mean, I remember when they being the WWF executives, when they broke this idea, we had to be at some Monday Night Raw, or it might have been a Tuesday night taping, and they just brought all the talent down into the cafeteria area, and they're like, there's some pictures this idea of this Brawl for All concept, but they're like, the only two people that cannot be in this event is Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn. Well, I happen to be standing right next to one of the agents, and I'm like going, well, if I'm not in this, do I even have to be in there? He's like, no. He said, you can go. And I left. And so, I mean, this goes on for a couple of weeks, but then, you know, I show up to one of their shows again, and then it's like, I'm just waiting around, because even though you're supposed to be on tonight's card, doesn't mean you're going to make it on tonight's card. You know, they have to say, they got a big chalkboard up there. They've got all the matches that are supposed to be taking place. But if someone's match goes too long, if someone goes out there, cuts a promo that goes too long, they need to cut a match here or a match there. So there's been times that I've been ready to go out and the eraser goes across. So that's just the way it was. So just one night, they're talking to me about, one of the road agents says, how would you like to be at tonight's Brawl for All? And I just simply said, against who? How much? To me, I'm a mercenary. What are you willing to pay me to take somebody out? Because again, I'm not going to go in this to lose by any means. So they gave me a name. They gave me a price tag. And I'm like going, okay, that's fine. I go, but I don't want to wear any boxing gloves. They're like, you can't go out there bare knuckle. I go, I won't throw a single punch. But I will show you exactly what a real wrestler can do. Because even when I was involved in the Ultimate Fighting Championships, a lot of people just don't understand. I've been a competitor my entire life, and I know how to analyze things. Even in today's current UFC, where the skill sets of the athletes have risen a great deal. You got some grapplers that can strike with the best of strikers. You got some strikers that can grapple with the best of the grapplers. It's called full circle. But the reality is, in order for you to punch me, you have to be within arm's reach. In order to kick me, legs, range, knees, elbows, you have to always be within range to do all this stuff. I was really good about staying slightly outside of range to bait you to go for something. And then if you bait, and then I'd move out just a little bit. As you retract that limb back in towards your body, whether that's your arm, your leg, whatever, I just move on in, and toward, if I clinch you out in the open, if I jam you up against the cage, or if I take you down, just by doing one of those three things, I have neutralized 90+% of your arsenal. And my arsenal is just beginning.
We stay genuine, uncensored, and unscripted, and we always will, as we have to order our usual. Share us and subscribe us, and stay tuned until the next Wednesday. Ikuzo!